Don't set your goals by what other people deem important. I'm glad I see with my eyes and not the pages I've read. There is no saint without a past, no sinner without a future. An over-examination of life can deter you from life itself. The men of old breathed clear down to their heels. Fear defeats more people than any other one thing in the world. An education is not so much about making a living as making a person. From a certain point onward, there's no longer any turning back. Man is no longer an artist. He has become a work of art. Never get bitter. Life is a medley of good and bad ingredients. He who knows his enemy and himself well will not be defeated easily. When we are most alone is when we embrace another's loneliness. What is of supreme importance in war is to attack the enemy's strategy. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. The elegance under pressure is the result of fearlessness. Whatever is going to happen will happen, whether we worry or not. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. What is essential in war is victory, not prolonged operations. History, Stephen said, is a nightmare from which I am trying to awake. Make the most of yourself, for that is all there is of you. As for methods of prayer, all are good, as long as they are sincere. Sometimes life is too hard to be alone, and sometimes life is too good to be alone. Without knowing the force of words, it is impossible to know more. We must meet the challenge rather than wish it were not before us. Agitate him and ascertain the pattern of his movement. One must wait until the evening to see how splendid the day has been. Silence and non-action are the root of all things. You cannot open a book without learning something. It is better to be divided by truth than united in error. It's exhausting, the energy it takes to unknow a truth. But if a villain can be made, then they can be unmade. Faced with what is right, to leave it undone shows a lack of courage. They can't tell so much about you if you got your eyes closed. But man's duty is to try and endeavor. Success depends upon chance and environments. Time bows to authentic commitment, and it stretches to accommodate it. I only want to write, and there's no college for that, except life. The good fighter is able to secure himself against defeat, but cannot make certain of defeating the enemy. To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. All things one has forgotten scream for help in dreams. Our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we've touched. I should have based my judgment upon deeds and not words. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. The world changes. We do not. Therein lies the irony that kills us. There are no second chances in life, except to feel remorse. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. There is no truth, Stephanie said mistressly, only perspectives. A person's limitations are only measured by their drive to succeed. The smallest light has greater power than the largest darkness. Judge your success by what you had to give up in order to get it. Glory resides in the hearts of those you inspire, not in fleeting moments of fame. Challenges in life can either enrich you or poison you. You are the one who decides. I finally figured out the only reason to be alive is to enjoy it. Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue your goals. Dining with the king, your attire, attitude, and mentality must change. We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. He who pursues fame at the risk of losing his self is not a scholar. When a wise man points at the moon, the imbecile examines the finger. Fear is nothing more than a negative assessment of risk. Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. Do what is right, not what is easy, nor what is popular. One who is too insistent on his own views finds few to agree with him. Don't fast forward through life. You'll miss all the good stuff along the way. The nail that sticks out farthest gets hammered the hardest. Filter out the irrelevant noise. Focus on the objective. If a man could have half of his wishes, he would double his troubles. The most important thing about a technology is how it changes people. A truth that's told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. Great understanding is broad and unhurried. Little understanding is cramped and busy. Reason may be employed to support faith as well as to destroy it. Shoot for the moon. Even if you fail, you'll land among the stars. It is an acceptance of being uncomfortable that drives change. To understand the limitation of things, desire them. We need to renew ourselves often. Even temples need renovation. You don't put your life into your books. You find it there. I will continue my path, but I will keep a memory always. Truth is a straight line you sometimes need to curve. You should know that by now. Moods can be contagious. Don't catch or spread a bad mood. No matter how safe and beautiful it is, a cage is still a cage. I'm not going to die. I'm going home like a shooting star. Perfect happiness is the absence of striving for happiness. If truth doesn't set you free, generosity of spirit will. Your strongest muscle and worst enemy is your mind. Train it well. Light in your mind is better than darkness in your soul. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you tried. In the end, the world always wins. That's just the way of things. A fool despises good counsel, but a wise man takes it to heart. Conformity to the present is invisibility to the future. Be wiser than other people if you can, but do not tell them so. Pessimistic tidak, lebi daripada sikap takbur mendahului nasib. Life is not measured by what you have. It's measured by what you give. The only real battle in life is between hanging on and letting go. True words are not fancy. Fancy words are not true. The good do not debate. Debaters are not good. Knowledge is responsibility, which is why people resist knowledge. Remember that you are only alive now. This is the only moment you have. Embrace it. If they don't like you for being yourself, be yourself even more. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others.